Okay, so here's how you can take a Google slide presentation and turn it into a YouTube video with music. Um, there's a few steps in here, and unfortunately this is kind of the easiest way to do it. So you'll see here that I've got a Google slide presentation. This is just a template with nothing actually in here, but it doesn't matter. So yours will obviously look different than this. But you should have the slide sorter view over here on the side so you can see all the slides that are in your presentation. So what you want to do is, starting with your first slide, you want to click on it over here just once so that you'll notice that as I click on it, it kind of gets highlighted and there's this blue border around it. Once that happens, once you have your slide with a blue border around it, come up here and go to File, and then go to Download As, and you want to download it as a JPEG image. Okay? Now, it's kind of important to make sure you know where that's actually getting downloaded. It might be to your download file or wherever, but you'll see why I'll want to know where that is in just a minute. Okay? So what you're actually going to need to do, and this is the kind of pain in the butt part of it, is you need to actually do this for each slide one at a time. Unfortunately, we can't download a bunch of them all at once. So I just clicked on number 2, File, Download as JPEG Image. 3, File, Download as JPEG Image. 4, File, Download as JPEG Image, and I could keep going. Okay, so then once I have all of my my slides downloaded, and I guess I should say the one thing that's kind of nice about this is that if you realized later on down the road that you made a mistake and on one of your slides and you needed to make a correction, you can actually edit the YouTube video, edit the slide here first, download that new picture, and then go into YouTube and edit the slideshow there and just replace that one slide. So instead of having to do the whole thing over again, if that was a problem. So let's say that I've got all of my slides downloaded now as pictures that I want to put in the slideshow with music. So now I come over to YouTube, and again, you're going to want to use the Grit Untapped channel that you guys have for this. So make sure you're logged into that account and just go to the home page. And when you're logged in, you'll see that there's an upload button up here in the corner. So click on that upload button. And what happens is we're going to ignore this stuff for a second. Instead, look over here where it says Create Videos. And one of the options is to create a photo slideshow. So I'm going to go ahead and click that Create button. And now what I actually want to do is, even though you can see because I was just playing around with it that there are 2 of them here already, ignore all that stuff. Go to Upload Photos. And from here, you'll click the blue button that says Select Photos from your computer. And this is where you want to make sure you know where you are downloading to. It's usually probably to the downloads if you're on one of the desktop computers, but make sure you know where it is that you downloaded your stuff. So then what you can do is just find the first one, and we can always drag these around and reorder them at any point, but find the first picture that we want to use. So I'm going to say that actually there's my title screen. I can see from the thumbnail that that's the title one. So I'm going to do that and click Open. Give it a second to upload so you can see that I've added that one picture. And then right up here, there's a button that says Add More Photos. So I click that. I click Upload Photos. Click on the blue Select Photos from your computer again. Find my second slide that I want. Say it's going to be that one. Click Open. Add More Photos. Upload Photos. Say it's that one. And then one more. Say it's that one. Okay, so I've got my 4 pictures. Now you'll notice that here I can still order these around however I want to. So if I realize that I had a couple, you don't have to upload them in the right order, is what I'm saying. You can rearrange these at any point, but it's going to run just like this is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. So once you have all your photos uploaded, then just go ahead and click the button that says Next. And here's where I'm going to pause that. This is where we can actually see what it's going to look like. We can change the slide duration. You're probably going to want to do that, especially if your slides have any kind of text on them. You're going to want it to be longer than 3 seconds. If you're expecting people to be able to read something on your slide, you're probably going to want to give them a longer chunk of time to be able to do that. Slide effect, you can see here it says pan and zoom. You can see how the slide is kind of like going away from us. That's the pan and zoom thing. Crossfade is the transition, so you saw how that other slide just kind of faded out and this one came in. So again, if you didn't want any of those, you can, you can change all those. Actually, you can't turn them off, which is for the transition, but you can turn that off. So if you didn't want any effect, if you just wanted to leave it like that, so if you want it to make it easier for people to read something, you can turn the slide effect off, but you do have to pick a transition. Now here's where you can also then add music. Again, this is the free, easy to use. You can see there they've got 150,000 plus tracks that you can pick from. So these are just the top tracks. But if you click here, you can see that you have all these different genres that you can pick from, or you can try searching for something using the search bar down here. Okay, so once you've got it done, and again, you always have the preview running down here so you can see what it's going to look like. So once you're happy with it, once you've got the video set up, you're happy with the soundtrack that's going along with it, all your durations, all that kind of stuff, then go ahead and click that upload button. It'll take a few minutes for the slideshow to process, but eventually, just like any other YouTube video, it's going to show up in your channel playlist, and you'll be able to get that link that you can, share with other people, embed it on a website or whatever you need to do. Okay, so if you run into any problems along the line making that happen, please don't hesitate to let me know.